It's the craving that controls you. It rises in your chest like a fire, a hunger that gnaws at your very soul. The desire for more, the urge to escape, the pull towards pleasure that never seems to be satisfied. You're drowning in it, yet it never quenches. You feel it in the depths of your mind, the undercurrent of your every thought. You've told yourself it's harmless, this yearning, this longing, this endless craving, but deep inside you know it's not. It's the force that keeps you bound, tethered to a life that's not truly yours. What if I told you that craving is not a need to be filled, but a shadow to be understood? That this incessant hunger you feel is not a part of you, but something you've mistaken as your true self? What if in that moment you could awaken from the cycle and see the truth of who you are? You are not a slave to your desires. You are the master of your fate, the creator of your own destiny. And it's time to stop living as if you are someone else's pawn in a game you didn't choose to play. You are not a victim to the cravings that rise within you. You are the creator of the life you have, the world you inhabit. The cravings, the impulses, they are nothing but whispers from the past, echoes of a self that no longer serves you. But the power to overcome them, the strength to rise above this constant battle lies within you. The question is, do you have the courage to claim it? It's easy to believe that your cravings are the essence of who you are. Society, culture, the people around you, they've all taught you to be hungry. Hungry for success, hungry for approval, hungry for status, hungry for things that give you the illusion of fulfillment. But that hunger, it's a trap. It's a mechanism designed to keep you stuck, to keep you wanting, always seeking, but never truly satisfied. Think about it. In the modern world, where we are constantly bombarded with messages telling us we need more possessions, more recognition, more experiences, it's easy to forget that we were born whole. You were not born in need. You were born to create, to express, to become the highest version of yourself. The craving is an illusion, a distraction from your true purpose. The more you feed it, the stronger it grows. And yet the more you resist it, the more you reclaim your life. There's a subtle trick being played on you, and it's been happening since the beginning of time. Humans are designed to desire, to strive, to reach for the stars. But this craving, this endless pursuit, is not where true fulfillment lies. In fact, the more you feed it, the more it turns into a monster that controls you. And this monster is hiding in plain sight. It disguises itself as your motivations, your goals, your ambitions. It wears the mask of success, of progress. But underneath it all, it's just a desperate hunger, an unquenchable thirst for more that can never be satisfied by anything external. You see, the craving itself is not the problem. The problem is that you've been taught to live for it. And as you continue to chase it, you become less and less of who you were meant to be. You start to live in service to your desires instead of in alignment with your purpose. You start to think that your value, your worth, is tied to what you have, what you do, or what others think of you. But that's not the truth. The truth is that you were born to create, to shape your own destiny, to craft a life of meaning, a life that reflects your deepest values, your highest aspirations, to become a force of transformation. But first, you must conquer the craving. You must rise above the noise, above the constant pull of external forces that try to tell you who you should be. You must look within and find the power that lies dormant inside you. The power to create your own reality. The power to be the master of your own mind. And the first step, it's not about fighting the craving. It's not about denial. It's about understanding it. It's about looking at it, examining it, seeing it for what it truly is, a distraction, an illusion, a mask that hides the deeper truth of who you are. Once you realize this, something extraordinary happens. You stop being a slave to your desires. You stop feeling like you need to chase something that's always just out of reach. You realize that your cravings are not the compass that guides you. They're just noise in the background of your life. They don't define you. They're not who you are. And the moment you stop living for the craving, you start to live for the creation. To become the creator, you must first recognize that you are already enough, right now. In this moment, you are already whole. The craving doesn't fill you, it only distracts you from the truth. The truth that you have the power to shape your life, to mold your reality with your thoughts, your actions, and your intentions. This is where the true power lies, in the ability to create, to shape your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your circumstances. You are not at the mercy of the world, nor are you at the mercy of your desires. The cravings only have power when you give them permission to rule you. When you stop seeking external validation, external approval, and start creating from within, that's when everything shifts. Look at the greatest creators in history, the ones who changed the world. Do you think they were driven by the cravings for approval, fame, or wealth? No. They were driven by something deeper, a sense of purpose, a vision, a desire to leave a mark on the world. Their power didn't come from feeding the cravings, it came from transcending them, from creating something that was a reflection of their inner truth. It's not about what you have, it's about what you create. The craving is a call to action, yes, but not in the way you've been taught. It's a call to awaken, to step out of the cycle of needing, wanting, and striving, to stop living for the next moment of gratification and start living for the next moment of creation. It's a shift from a life of reaction to a life of action, from a life of consuming to a life of creating. But how do you do that? How do you step out of the cycle? First, you must reclaim your focus. Stop being so distracted by the noise. Stop giving your attention to the things that don't matter. The cravings are distractions. The moment you stop chasing after them, you realize that you have the power to create something more powerful, more lasting, more meaningful. You realize that the craving is nothing but a distortion of your true desires. And when you stop feeding the craving, something incredible happens. You begin to uncover the hidden creator within, the part of you that is always in control, that is always aligned with your higher purpose. You begin to feel a sense of clarity, a sense of direction. You realize that your life is not a series of random events, but a creation of your own making. And you are the artist, the architect, the creator of your own fate. This is the beginning of your true power. When you stop living in service to the craving, when you stop letting the world dictate your desires, you unlock the potential that has always been within you. You become the creator. You are no longer at the mercy of your impulses or your circumstances. You are the one who shapes them. The craving, it loses its grip. It has no hold over you anymore. Because you are no longer living for what you want, you are living for what you are creating. It's time to stop being the slave to your desires, to your cravings, to the false promises of fulfillment. It's time to become the creator of your life, to embrace your true power, to shape your reality with your own hands. This is the path to true freedom. This is the path to becoming the creator. This is the path to awakening. The moment you step into the role of the creator, everything changes. The world around you shifts. You no longer see life as something to be endured, something to be passively received. You start seeing it as something to be molded, something to shape with your own hands, your own mind. The craving that once ruled you, that once dictated your actions, is now nothing more than a distant echo, a shadow in the periphery. It's not that you've conquered it. It's not that you've beaten it into submission. It's that you've understood it. And in understanding it, you've gained mastery over it. You've redefined your relationship with desire. What was once an insatiable fire that burned you from the inside out is now a spark that you can control. You use it rather than being used by it. This is where true freedom begins, the moment you stop reacting and start creating. You see, the craving is not the problem. The problem is the way you've been trained to respond to it. It's the way society tells you that happiness lies in more money, more success, more attention, more of everything. It's the lie that more is better, that fulfillment comes from external achievements. But the truth is, more only makes you more empty. The more you chase it, the further it slips from your grasp. But when you stop seeking, when you stop feeding the craving, that's when the magic happens. That's when you begin to see the power in the present moment. The craving is a thief. It steals your attention, your energy, your creativity. But when you stop giving it your focus, you reclaim all of that for yourself. You rediscover the power within you to create, to act, to mold your reality into something that is a true reflection of who you are. Look closely at the people who have truly changed the world. They weren't looking for more. They weren't running from one craving to the next, chasing the illusion of fulfillment. They were creators. They were visionaries who saw life differently. They saw beyond the noise, beyond the distractions. They were not slaves to their desires. They were masters of their actions, their thoughts, and their purpose. They didn't wait for life to give them what they wanted. They made life give them what they knew they could create. The creators are the ones who have learned to conquer the craving. Not by fighting it, not by repressing it, but by seeing it for what it truly is, a distraction, a momentary impulse that has no real power unless you give it power. So, how do you become this creator? How do you step into this new life where you are no longer at the mercy of your cravings? It starts with awareness. Awareness that you are not your cravings, you are not your desires, you are not the sum of your urges or impulses. You are not the collection of the things you've consumed or the goals you've chased. You are the awareness behind all of that. You are the force that can observe without judgment. You are the observer of your thoughts, your actions, and yes, your cravings. And when you can step into that awareness, you stop identifying with what you feel. You stop becoming your emotions, your impulses, your cravings. You begin to realize that your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, they are not you. They are simply patterns, responses, conditioned reactions. And the moment you see them for what they truly are, you step out of their control. You stop being a puppet to your cravings and start being the master of your own life. This is where the true power lies. When you stop reacting to your cravings, when you stop giving them power over you, you step into the role of the creator. You become the one who shapes your destiny. You are no longer the one pulled by the strings of desire. You are the one holding the strings. It is in this moment of power that you realize that creation is not a passive act. It's not something that happens to you. It's something that happens through you. It's not about waiting for the right circumstances or the perfect conditions. It's about acting, creating, shaping your life every single day with every thought, with every action. The craving is a passive force. It lures you, pulls you into the cycle of wanting. But creation is active. It requires intention, focus, and energy. It requires you to step into your full potential, to commit to shaping your reality. Think about the creators in history, the architects, the artists, the visionaries. They weren't passive. They didn't wait for inspiration to strike. They created regardless of the conditions. They worked tirelessly, persistently, not because they were driven by craving, but because they were driven by something far greater, purpose. They understood that creation is not an external thing, it's an internal process. It's a choice to shape the world around you according to your own vision. And so, the moment you choose to become the creator, you begin to see everything differently. You stop chasing external sources of fulfillment. You stop seeking validation from the outside world. You stop measuring your worth by the things you have, the things you do, or the things you achieve. Instead, you begin to measure your worth by the quality of your creations, by the impact you have, and by the alignment between your inner world and your outer reality. The craving no longer has a hold on you. You have stepped into your power. But this is just the beginning. The true work of the Creator is not only in shaping your own reality, but in inspiring others to do the same. You are not just here to create for yourself. You are here to show others that they too can step into their own power. You are here to create a ripple effect, a wave of transformation that spreads outwards. Because when you stop being consumed by craving, when you step into your true role as the creator of your own life, you become a beacon of possibility for others. You become the living example of what it means to transcend the illusion of more, to rise above the noise, and to create something truly meaningful. And in that process, you become part of something greater than yourself. You become part of the collective movement of creators, the visionaries, the thinkers, the doers, the ones who see beyond the superficial desires and understand that true fulfillment comes not from more, but from creating something that is a reflection of your highest truth. So, I ask you now, will you continue to feed the cravings that hold you in bondage? Will you continue to chase after fleeting pleasures that only leave you empty? Or will you rise up, step into your power, and become the creator of your own life? The choice is yours. But know this, the moment you choose to create, to truly create, everything changes. You stop being a slave to your desires. You stop being at the mercy of your cravings. And you begin to shape a life that reflects your true purpose, your true power. You are no longer the seeker. You are the creator. And in that moment you realize you were never meant to be anything less. When you step into this new reality where you are the creator, you unlock a power within you that was always waiting to be awakened. It is a power that transcends the illusions of fear and scarcity. It is the understanding that you were never meant to live in the shadows of your cravings. You were never meant to be bound by the chains of endless desire. You were born to create, to shape, to manifest the life you desire. And now you must trust that power, trust that it resides deep within you, ready to come to life. This shift from being the seeker to becoming the creator is not a one-time event. It is a continual process. It is a practice of intention, a daily commitment to being the master of your own reality. You cannot slip back into the passive role of the seeker, constantly waiting for the next craving to satisfy you. You must choose every day to awaken your creator mindset. But the journey isn't always easy. The pull of the cravings, the familiar temptation of the more that society continually sells you, will always be there. It will try to lure you back into the cycle of consumption, into the belief that you need something outside of yourself to feel whole, to feel enough. But the Creator understands something deeper, that nothing external can fill the void within you. The cravings are born from a lack of self-knowledge, a lack of true purpose. They are the empty promises of a world that doesn't want you to realize that you already have everything you need. You see, the craving is a lie. It tells you that something is missing, that something outside of you will bring fulfillment, bring happiness, bring satisfaction. But in reality, all that you seek is already within you. You are the creator of your own fulfillment. You are the one who decides what your life will look like. You are the one who shapes the meaning behind every experience, every moment. The Creator understands that the process of creation is not always glamorous. It's not always about big, bold achievements that are recognized by the world. Sometimes the most profound creations are the quiet, unseen ones. The act of creating is not about perfection, it's about authenticity. It's about aligning with your true self, expressing who you really are in every action you take, in every thought you choose to nurture. It's about showing up day after day and choosing to create from a place of integrity, from a place of inner truth. And when you create from this place, you stop looking for validation. You stop needing the approval of others, because you know that the only approval that matters is your own. You are no longer bound by the need for external affirmation. You are free from the craving to be seen, to be noticed, to be praised. You have moved beyond those desires. You are no longer living for the world's opinion of you. You are living for your own expression, for your own truth. And as you live this truth, you start to realize something incredible. You are never alone in your creation. Because when you are aligned with your true self, when you are connected to your deeper purpose, you begin to resonate with the world in a way that attracts what you need. The right people, the right circumstances, the right opportunities, they all begin to align with you. Not because you are seeking them, but because you are being your authentic self. And the universe, the world, your reality, whatever you believe it to be, begins to respond to that authenticity. The moment you stop chasing, you start attracting. The moment you stop needing, you begin to receive. But this is not about passivity. This is about active creation from a place of inner knowing, of grounded purpose. You don't need to beg for anything, because everything you need is already within reach when you align yourself with the truth of who you are. As you embark on this journey, you will be tested. The cravings will rise again, urging you to return to the familiar. They will offer you quick satisfaction, empty pleasures that leave you feeling hollow. But now you know better. Now you understand that these cravings are nothing but a distraction, a shadow of the real power you hold. And when you choose to create from a place of authenticity, when you choose to rise above the cycle of desire, you will feel a sense of freedom that cannot be described by words. It is a freedom that only comes when you stop being driven by the hunger for more and begin living from a place of abundance. Abundance is not something you chase. It's not something you earn. It is the natural state of being when you live in alignment with your true self. Abundance is the flow of creation that moves through you when you are no longer bound by the chains of craving. When you are the creator, abundance flows effortlessly. It is a byproduct of your authenticity, of your dedication to creating from your deepest truth. The craving, the hunger, it only thrives when you believe in the illusion of scarcity. It thrives when you think that there's not enough for everyone, when you think you have to fight for what you want. But the Creator knows that there is always enough. There is more than enough. There is an infinite supply of possibilities, opportunities, and experiences waiting for you to step into them. So, as you continue to walk this path of creation, remember this: you are the architect of your reality. You have the power to shape your world with every thought, every action, every intention. You are not here to seek, to consume, to be controlled by your cravings. You are here to create, to manifest your highest potential, to leave a legacy that reflects your truest self. The craving is not your enemy. It is a call to awaken. It is the fire that burns within you, urging you to look within and realize that you are the one who can create something far greater than anything you've ever imagined. But in order to do that, you must stop chasing, stop seeking, stop giving your power away. You are the creator. And when you step into this truth, everything changes. You no longer seek fulfillment because you know it comes from within. You no longer chase desires because you know you are already whole. You are no longer bound by the cravings that once controlled you. You are free. You are the creator. And you are ready to shape the life you were always meant to live. Now, standing at the edge of this awakening, you must ask yourself, what will you do with this power? What will you create now that you realize you are not bound by your cravings? You are not a slave to the constant hunger that once dictated your every move. You are the creator of your own reality. The moment you realize this, everything shifts. The moment you stop seeking to fill that void, to chase the illusions of more, you unlock the true force that resides within you. You realize that nothing outside of you can ever truly satisfy what is already whole. You have been given the greatest gift, choice. The choice to rise above the noise. The choice to stop being consumed by the cravings and to step into the role you were always meant to play, the role of the creator. And in that moment, you awaken a part of yourself that has always been waiting. That power, that fire has always been within you, but now you know it. You feel it coursing through your veins. The craving is no longer in control. You are. So, what will you create? What will you manifest from this new untapped power? The world is waiting not for someone to follow the crowd, not for someone to chase after fleeting desires, but for someone who dares to break free, who dares to step into their true power, who dares to create. It's not about perfection. It's not about doing it right. It's about showing up. It's about choosing each moment to align with your deepest truth, to craft your life in a way that resonates with who you truly are, not who the world wants you to be. The world needs your creation, your unique expression, your power. The craving may have once been your master, but you've realized the truth. You are the master of your own life, and now you create from that space. The world needs you to step into that power, to claim it fully, unapologetically. Because when you become the creator, you step into a life of purpose, of meaning, of fulfillment that no external craving could ever provide. The life you were always meant to live begins when you decide, right now, to stop living for more and start living for what you can give, for what you can create, for what you can build. You were never meant to chase. You were meant to create. This is your moment. This is your time. You hold the brush. You hold the pen. You hold the power to craft your own destiny. The cravings are fading into the distance, and now your true path unfolds before you. The question is no longer, what do I want? But instead, what will I create? And as you step forward with unwavering confidence in your ability to shape the life you deserve, remember this: you are the creator of your own story. This is your awakening. This is your rebirth. And with every action, every choice, every moment of creation, you prove to the world and to yourself the craving no longer has a hold on you, because you are the creator.